Hey guys, today I'm going to be giving you a practical start to fitness guide if you have gym anxiety, so hopefully you could overcome that and have gym confidence, even as a complete beginner. I'm a personal trainer, my name is Anika. I work with people every day, I do classes, I get messages from people online. Thank you guys for sending me those messages. And I asked on my Instagram recently, what is the main reason that you feel intimidated in the gym, or you feel uncomfortable, maybe you have a bit of anxiety around going to the gym. So today I want to get in the mindset of taking that first step, no matter what that step is, okay? If that step is buying a gym membership, if that step is looking for a gym, I really would love if I could help you to get into the gym, because as much as it's scary, I think if we're just sitting at home and thinking what if and creating all these stories, which is more of a call out to me actually, because I'm terrible for this, right? I will create all these scenarios in my head and I'll be going round and round and round, and quite often I find that the actual reality is maybe not as bad. It's still a challenge, but it's maybe not as bad as what I was thinking when I was worrying so much about it, and actually facing that and going in and having a go does tend to help a little bit. At least if we go into the gym, we know what beast we're dealing with. So if you think of it like this challenge, you've got to go and scope out what's actually going on. See that as data, see that as a skill, and then you can come back and decide, okay, how am I going to deal with all these little obstacles and little hurdles and feelings and things that are coming up? How am I going to deal with those things, rather than this big, uncertain blob of it's just this big problem and we don't know how to break it down. So let's break it down then. I want to start by saying that I've been in a lot of gyms, right? Most gyms seem really intimidating, and then later on, as you get more used to it, they're really nice places to be. Unfortunately, some of them are a bit crap, right? Some of them are not very friendly, but you're just not going to know until you go. So we're going to ride on the hope that your local gym, the one you've decided to go, is going to be a really nice gym. So let's go and check it out. So if you haven't chosen a gym, you can use my first video to figure out how I would go about finding the right gym for you. But let's assume that you have found it, and what I would be doing is seeing if they have an app or a website or some way of showing you what the busy times are. So perhaps you asked someone showing you the tour of the gym what the busy times are, or you have the app to see how many people are in the gym right now. If you don't, a general rule of thumb is if it's between 5 and 7 p.m, especially if you're going to a gym in a city centre or where there's a lot of offices nearby, it's going to be absolutely packed, right? So before work, maybe 6 to 8 a.m, lunchtime about 12 to 1 p.m, but massively at that 5 to 7 p.m in the evening, it's going to be absolutely packed. So if you don't want to be in a busy gym at that time, those are the times to avoid. Now the second thing then is knowing the demographic of your gym. If you're in more of a student type gym, then obviously students may be not busy at that 9 to 5 period, so they might be in the gym at 10 a.m. or 8 p.m, probably later, to be honest. I haven't really seen that many students that come to the gym 6 in the morning, especially not on a weekend or on a Saturday morning after they've had a night out. Same if you're in a gym with a lot of elderly people, or people that are actually retired, people that are not, or people that work shifts. They might be around at different points of the day, so you might not get that massive rush at 5 o'clock, although I think it's quite likely. So just knowing the kind of demographic will allow you to go at a quieter time, which might be a bit better to ease into the gym. A lot of the time, the early mornings are still not going to be that busy, and you'll tend to find that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the busiest nights, and then as Thursday, Friday rolls around, people get busy, they may be going out more, they got stuff to do on the weekends. It's not going to be as busy, so even going later in the week, if that's something that works for you, could be a good option. Okay, this is my tip that I think no one talks about, but I swear everyone does it either subconsciously, or I've kind of realised that this could be a cool way to do it. So I'm at the point now where if I want to scope out a new gym, I will literally just walk in, walk around and have a look, because I'd rather look like an idiot one time. I'm not saying you do look like an idiot, but you're always going to feel like you look like an idiot, right? I'm going to walk around and just have a look what everything is, so I've got a mental picture of where stuff is. Now I'm coming from the position of kind of knowing what equipment I'll need to use that day, or knowing what equipment I generally need to use, so it does make it easier because I'm looking around thinking, that's where that is, right, and I kind of build a map. If you don't really know and it all looks the same, right, I understand that walking around is just a bit like, oh, okay, cool, and you just feel like people are watching you and stuff like that. But I would still take a look around just so you can see how big the gym is, and you're not getting a shock if you walk around a corner and you realise it's like a crazy, like grunty, like big weights area that you're not comfortable to go in right yet. When someone comes into the gym and they're new to the gym, I literally walk them around the whole thing, because I've met people that's been in the gym 2 years and they say that they didn't even know that that studio existed, or they didn't even know that that area of the gym existed, right? So I want to get people exposed to that on their first day, and I would suggest that you do the same. Now, 2 sneaky little tips that you could try. The first one is I would be looking online to see if they have a map of the gym online on the website. Or like on Google Maps and stuff like that. So some of them are well funky in that they are like 10 years old. I know I looked on my one from the gym I work in. It was like this 10-year-old video of like, I had like rainbow, like not even rainbow, like weird, like bright coloured flooring. It was like really, really 2000s. It was great. And like strange machines and stuff, and I was thinking like, wow, this has had a couple of updates. But you can still kind of see the layout of the gym, and you can kind of still see where stuff generally is. A lot of stuff hasn't moved, to be honest. And the second thing that I would do is I would find a piece of equipment. A lot of the time a treadmill is a good option for this if it faces the rest of the gym, or I'd find a piece of equipment like you can sit on, and I would just like look around the gym. Now, you don't want to be creepy about this, right? So you don't want to be one of the creeps in the gym, but for sure you can sit there and kind of like slowly look around and get your bearings and just settle in and feel a bit more comfortable, and just observe what goes on where, what do you do in what places, you know, what equipment is in what place, and you know, maybe have a check of your workout that you need to do, and just chill out and see where stuff is, instead of like putting your head down and being like, oh god, I can't find anything, and being like that for 6 months. The other thing I'd be looking for is the changing rooms and the toilets, right? So if it all does get too much, you can just go and sit on the toilet and cry and whatever. I mean, no, I mean, hopefully that's not where we're at, but like, you know, you can take yourself away and be in a safe space, and you know, you don't have to confront the gym if you're not feeling up to it at that moment. So I'd be finding the change rooms and toilets, where I'm going to lock my stuff, and just kind of like the things that you'll need. You know, where's the water fountain, where's the toilets, where's the changing rooms, and all that sort of stuff will give you a good basis of things that you'll need every time you go in and out of the gym. And that's all there is to it, really. So that's your location sorted. Once you scope that out, everything else becomes that little bit easier. Next then, you want to seek out who can help you. So if it was my first day, I'd just get it out of the way, and I'd be looking for members of staff, maybe PTs if they've got some free time. You know, maybe there's a sales team near you in the gym, or like someone on the front desk if they have one. You know, even like people that are cleaning the gym, or just anyone that works there, or even like super friendly members. I know I have a couple of like clients and members who will like help the new people in the gym, which I think is really cool. Find someone that you can kind of like not like latch onto, but kind of someone that can help guide you, let's say. So you've got a familiar face when you're starting to go to the gym. Now, I would challenge you to book a class on your first day of going to the gym, because I think that if you can get into the class early, you're more likely to go back. It's like a regular appointment, and you meet a bunch of new people on your first day. It's the scariest bit, just all in one go. And then at least you can ask people like, you know, the class is going to be taught by an instructor. There's an easy way to start that conversation with the person that works at the gym, so that if you do need anything later down the line and you can't find it, or you're afraid to talk to someone else, you can talk to them because you know them already, and obviously they're open to helping members because they've been doing it in the class all day. So the last thing I want to talk a little bit about is feeling judged. This kind of broad general feeling of, I think everybody's judging me, I'm worried about being judged. We're going to talk about this in depth in a later video, so make sure you're subscribed to that 10-part series if you're not already. But what I want to say for now is just, this might sound ignorant, but just give it a go. We're not going to know if we're being judged if we never go to the gym. See how you feel. There's actually a chance that you don't feel like that. So rather than listening to what other people have said, give it a go yourself. And if you do still feel judged, that's totally okay. As in, it's not okay. I'm not happy that you feel that way. I feel for you in that sense. I felt the same. I do feel the same sometimes. You know, I know that it's hard, but I don't want to be telling you that you feel judged when you don't even feel that way at all, and all you're hearing is everyone saying this, and so you create that for yourself when that might not be your reality. If you do feel intimidated and you do feel like that, that's okay. We'll work on it, right? We've got 10 videos. You can message me, you know, we can sort it out, right? But give it a try. Use this video. I really hope it can help you. Give it a try. Let me know how you get on, and we'll work through the other stuff that comes up in the rest of the videos.